Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, and we are in our downtown Lansing studios, but we're taking a trip for this next guest. We're going up to Marquette, Michigan. We're going to spend a little time with Sarah Lucas. She is the brand spanking new CEO of the Lake Superior Community Partnership. And Sarah, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on.
Thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity.
And of course, you're replacing one of our longtime friends, Amy Kleckner. Tell me a little bit about your background, as this is an introduction to the business community.
Sure. So I'm fairly new to Marquette. I moved to Marquette in August last year, mid-pandemic. Weird time to do anything, particularly move. I came here from Traverse City. I've worked in community and economic development in the Northwest Lower Michigan region for the last 20 years or so, including as the Community Development Director for Networks Northwest, which is the regional planning agency for Northwest Lower Michigan. I've also spent the last couple years or so running a new organization called Housing North, which is designed to address some of the workforce housing issues that we have and continue to have in Michigan and in Northwest Lower Michigan. And after moving up to the UP last summer, I worked with the Western UP Planning and Development Region, helping put together an economic development strategy focused on the pandemic response and recovery. So I've been involved in a lot of the issues we're experiencing here in Marquette in different capacities. A lot of what I'm seeing and hearing sounds very familiar, but of course there's a lot of new things for me to learn as well. So it's been great so far.
Well, listen, Marquette is one of my favorite cities, and I mean that sincerely. But I'm trying to think of the last person I ran into that moved from a Traverse City to a Marquette. Tell me about the cause of that.
So my husband teaches education at Northern. He and I had gone back and forth between Marquette and Traverse City for the last 6 or 7 years. Both of us had kids in school. My son graduated from high school in Traverse City last spring. Again, another strange millstone in the pandemic. And we had kind of been waiting for that event before I moved. So he is now a freshman at Northern, and both of us are up in Marquette. And so
couldn't have been more perfect.
The timing on everything was really incredible.
Well, and ironically, the timing was incredible at a most unincredible moment in timing, because COVID-19 is not the ideal time to be moving and picking up staff. Tell me a little bit about that coming in during COVID-19.
Well, in some ways it was like, it was almost not like a transition at all, because you're doing all your work in front of the computer. And so it's kind of like changing where your computer is sitting. Yeah. And it's been, I've actually have a lot of connections in Marquette and a lot of relationships there. And so in a lot of ways, the move was a lot easier than I think many people have experienced moving mid-pandemic. But it was strange. I mean, not really being able to be involved in the community to the extent that I have been in Traverse City. And so I have been really anxious to get back into things and get to meet people in person and actually work with partners. So,
well, okay, so now we know you intimately. There's no more newbie status here. What's your program of work coming up? What do you see as and I know you're still observing, right?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And there's a lot of, I think a lot of opportunities for Marquette and for the LSCP. A few of the big things that are happening in the area are really focused on talent attraction and retention. And that comes back to housing, something I can't seem to escape. But, we've been talking about the specific opportunities and direction for the LSCP post Amy, knowing that she has been just an incredible asset for Marquette. And a lot of the LSCP is kind of a result of her vision. And so, what's the next evolution of the LSCP? To try to get a better handle on that, we're going to be doing a strategic planning process and looking at what are the specific economic opportunities in Marquette County How do we interact with other economic development partners? And where can we focus our activities to have a bigger impact? So that's going to be really the center of a lot of my activities over the next several months.
I'll tell you what, you're stepping into a big job, but it sounds to me like you've got all the credentials. And now that you've figured out where to locate your computer, better oriented, right? And you've actually been physically in the office and met some of the staff.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Those are assets. They really are.
Yes.
Sarah Lucas, CEO of the new CEO of the Lake Superior Community Partnership. Thanks so much for spending time with us. Give them my best in Marquette. Again, it's one of my favorite cities on the planet.
Okay. Thank you. It's great to meet you.
Thank you. Good to have you here. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman. Stick around. We'll be back.